Oh, I don't think it really even matters. Okay.
This is so funny. Where were we?
So, in terms of use, we were just discussing that perhaps we could consider if the stores weren't in proximity to your store, so say they were on the other half of the mall, that you would be able to use your store for that purpose. As long as you're still going with your high quality, your brand, and its similar product lines versus the arcade and bowling alley we discussed, then it makes sense. Does that work? I don't know if that's what we just said.
Okay, I think that's better towards our original position of like having the complete right to use.
Mm-hmm.
I do like the fact that the middle of the mall part, and but what if we do this for the first 10 years of the, because okay, your problem right now, you're concerned about getting satellites, right? And
yes.
getting them to come and being high quality and having them be successful. I know that the satellites have a lease of 10 years, right? I have the longest lease, which is 30 years.
Yes.
Okay, and satellites have leases of 10 years. I would want to contribute toward the profitability of the entire mall, because that is a common goal of ours. Because if customers see the mall as a good one, they want to come back, which is good.
Okay, so what does that have to do with?
So what I'm saying is that imagine if we do this plan of yours for the first 10 years, so you can get your satellites. Then in these years, everyone's happy. The mall gets a reputation. It's a success. Everything goes as planned. Everything goes well. When they need to renew their lease after their 10 years, then I get to decide. I get to tell you this. I want to do this, and then they would what I'm trying to say is, don't give any exclusivity after they renew their lease. Give me the priority to decide maybe if someone is also doing a certain direct competition with something of mine that I want to do.
Yeah.
Tell them about it and don't let them have exclusive rights, because that's another issue that we haven't talked about, exclusivity, right?
I don't have too much note of that. I don't think I'm really following. So after 10 years, what would happen?
Okay, read again what you wrote.
Okay. The Summit will maintain the store's character and style of store under their own discretion. And so we're changing this. As long as they don't directly compete with the stores in proximity to their own. So
proximity
on their
is
half the store.
Mm-hmm.
That's what we have so far.
Can you just apply this for the first 10 years? And then the rest of the 20 years, let us do how it's established in our model, in what we always do in other malls.
I'm just nervous of that, because that means that you could pretty much do whatever anyone does, even if they're the store right next to you.
Okay, what I'm saying is, the satellite stores, you're concerned about them.
Yes.
And their leases end in 10 years.
Yes.
Okay. Our lease ends in 30 years. So, what I'm saying is, this is like a creative solution. Okay. Maybe you're having trouble with the satellites because they have exclusivity contracts.
Okay, well, if after 10 years, I think that the landlord should also have some sort of a say in it, and maybe we could decide on which stores to move farther away from you so that they're no longer in proximity. I think that's something that we could work on mutually. So say you want to sell a product and that person is 2 stores down from you, perhaps after the 10 years we can move the stores around, put that store at the opposite end, so it's no longer an issue of proximity.
Okay.
I don't know how to word that, but
Okay. Okay, that's one solution. I see. Another solution can be position or locate, right? Location.
After mutual discussion.
Also, another solution I apport to the problem is that maybe after this 10 years, before you give any exclusivity to any satellite or before you sign any contract, let us know with us what you're planning to do, and let us tell you if that will bring us a positive consequence or negative,
Can that be up for negotiations later for the store? Like, not just have you say, no, we can't have that, but to kind of have a discussion on
like
what's better, and we
what-
agree that we will take both sides into effect. And we'll,
what I was saying is that we completely say yes or no, like we have veto over it, like a voting
I
right.
can't give our power for the mall over to the anchor
No, but
store,
I'm
which
just
is going to
saying-
become your mall.
Okay, but I'm saying after this first 10 years. Understand?
Yeah, it's just, we don't want to make it become your mall. We still want to have some discretion in what goes in.
Okay. What if we have the veto over our side? So if we say no, like you can put it on the other side. Or what about that? That wasn't what you were saying. Moving. I think that's what you were saying.
About moving the stores after 10 years.
So after 10 years, if I say, or like a new store comes, or one of the previous stores wants to renew their lease, can you like talk to us, and we would tell you like, no, that's not appropriate because of our marketing team wants to do this and this. Put it on the other side of the wall.
I think that somewhat makes sense. Or we could say that.
Because that's like what you were saying about moving. So in a sense.
Or you could say that for every 5 stores that try to come in, you have the ability to say like absolutely no to one for every 5 that comes in. And so if it's something you really want.
But those are new. Those are the newcomers.
Yeah.
And the possibility of renewing the lease for already established ones. Can I veto that?
To veto their renewing.
I would tell you, it's positive for us, beneficial for us, not to renew their lease, because the market is shifting and like we want to expose this new product and blah blah.
I would say that for that you could have the ability to move them to the other side. I don't think you can kind of just kick them out. But for new people, every 1 in 5, you can say whichever one you decide you really don't want, say no.
Why are you putting a certain number on limiting the ability that?
Because I don't want it to become your mall. I don't want your store to have so much control over the mall that it takes over the whole feel of it. I want it to still be our mall, but I do want you to be able to have some sort of a say, because we appreciate you being there and bringing the high clientele, but it still we need to be able to bring in stores that we want. But if there's something that you really don't want because it's really going to hurt you, we want you to be able to say no.
Exactly.
Because I feel like this is already, like, saying half of the mall is already a lot. Like, you're able to compete with half of the stores.
Okay. So, do you want to write it on the computer instead of on paper?
Sure. Send it to you. Sure, that's it.